Rain hissed against the metal roofs of the border town, turning the alleys into black rivers. Nathan slumped against a wall, one hand clutching his side where the knife had gone in. The other was still sticky with someone else's blood, one of the gang members who had tried to grab the child. The child. She couldn't have been more than 7, though her kind aged differently. Pale lilac skin, faintly glowing veins, and eyes like liquid silver. She had been cowering behind a trash bin when the thugs cornered her, mocking her, calling her star trash. Nathan hadn't thought. He never did when it came to kids. Now he'd taken 2 knife stabs for an alien girl whose name he didn't even know. Go, he had told her between gasps, pushing her away as he collapsed. Run home, kid. She had fled into the darkness, leaving him bleeding in the rain. He didn't remember much after that, only sirens, the world spinning, and the vague sensation of being carried. Then the light, white hospital light, the smell of antiseptic, and the low hum of medical drones hovering around his bed. You're lucky, the doctor had said. Both blades missed your heart. You'll walk again, though it'll hurt. Nathan only nodded. He didn't tell them why he'd been in the slums. The authorities wouldn't care about an alien child. No one did these days, not since the peace treaty collapsed and humans started turning their frustration on the refugees scattered across the colony planets. He was discharged a week later. His ribs still ached, his stitches burned, and his life returned to its quiet routine of fixing machines in his workshop near the scrapyard, until the knock came. It was just after midnight. The rain had returned, tapping softly at his windows. Nathan wiped grease from his hands and opened the door, and froze. 2 alien women stood there. They were taller than him, draped in dark cloaks that shimmered like oil. Their eyes glowed faintly in the dim light. One was older, her skin a deep violet with faint fractal markings along her jawline. The other was younger, with sharp features and pale blue skin that gleamed almost metallic. Nathan's first thought was that they were officials, or worse, bounty hunters. Can I help you? He asked carefully. The older woman's voice was smooth, melodic, but edged with command. You are Nathan Cole, the human who saved a Saurian child 3 weeks ago. He blinked. Saurian, is that what she was? The younger one stepped forward, her eyes narrowing. You don't even know? You risked your life for her and didn't know who she was? Nathan rubbed the back of his neck. Didn't seem important at the time. The older woman studied him, her gaze sharp and unreadable. Then, softly, her name is Leary. She is my daughter. Nathan's breath caught. Wait, she told us everything, the woman continued. The men who attacked her, the human who shielded her, and the blood that soaked the ground. You are difficult to ignore, Nathan Cole. He stepped aside, hesitating. You might as well come in. It's not much, but it's dry. They entered silently, their cloaks shedding rain onto the metal floor. The younger one's gaze flicked around the room, workbenches, tools, broken drones, and the faint scent of oil and old coffee. The mother's name, he later learned, was Sarah Lynn. The younger one, her bodyguard and niece, was Kira. Sarah Lynn sat while Kira remained standing near the door, arms crossed, like a shadow made of steel. You saved the heir of House Saurian, Sarah Lynn said simply. In our culture, that creates a bond. A life debt, Nathan frowned. A life debt? Until the debt is repaid, our house owes you protection, wealth, or life itself. You may name your price, he stared at her. You're telling me your people are like space nobles? Kira's eyes flashed. Show respect. Easy, Nathan said with a wry smile. I just saved a kid. I don't need a reward, Sarah Lynn tilted her head slightly. You misunderstand. You must accept it. Refusal dishonors both families, yours and ours. I don't have a family, Nathan said quietly. That silenced them for a moment. The storm outside deepened, thunder rumbling through the valley. Sarah Lynn rose, her expression softening. Then perhaps that is what you lack. Connection, she said. Leary has asked to see you again. Nathan blinked. She remembers me? She talks of nothing else, Kira muttered, as if annoyed by it. The little one says you smiled at her before you collapsed. She calls you the brave mechanic. Nathan laughed once. That's something. Sarah Lynn looked at him, eyes glimmering with that strange Saurian luminescence. She is safe because of you. But word has spread. Some in the slums saw what happened. The gangs you fought belong to a syndicate that trades in alien children. They've lost one of their most valuable assets. They will come for you." He frowned. "Then I'll handle it." Kira stepped forward, eyes sharp. "No, you won't. We will. That night they didn't leave." Kira posted herself by the window, her long bladed weapon folded against her back. Saralyn sat near the workbench, studying a mechanical drone Nathan had been repairing. "You build things," she said softly. "Machines that live but do not breathe. Do they ever feel real to you?" Nathan looked at her, surprised by the question. "Sometimes. They break, they make noise, they respond when you fix them right. It's not so different from people." Her lips curved in a faint smile. "Perhaps that is why my daughter trusted you." He shrugged, uncomfortable with the warmth in her tone. "I just did what anyone should have done." Saralyn's eyes flickered. "No human. Many watched that night. Only you acted. The attack came just before dawn. A crash shattered the quiet. 3 men bursting through the back wall, plasma blades glowing. Kira was a blur of motion, intercepting the first before his foot hit the floor. Sparks burst as steel met energy. Nathan dove behind his workbench, grabbing the old kinetic pistol he kept for rats. He hadn't fired it in years. Saralyn rose with a calmness that sent chills down his spine. She raised one hand, and the air hummed. A surge of violet light pulsed outward, striking one of the intruders. He screamed as his weapon imploded, folding in on itself like paper burning from the inside. Kira's blade found the second's throat. The third aimed at Nathan, shouting something about alien-loving scum. Nathan pulled the trigger. The old pistol bucked, the bullet slamming into the man's shoulder. Kira finished him with a twist of her weapon. Silence fell again. Only the rain dared make a sound. Nathan's workshop was wrecked. Holes in the wall, scorch marks on the floor, a thin trail of smoke curling upward. He exhaled shakily. "Guess you were right." Kira wiped her blade clean. "We usually are." Saralyn turned to him, eyes soft. "You have no family, no clan. Come with us. You will be under our protection. My daughter will want to thank you herself." Nathan hesitated. The thought of leaving his life behind, this small, lonely existence, was terrifying. But then he thought of the little alien girl's silver eyes, the way she'd clung to his sleeve before running. "All right," he said quietly, "but only until she's safe." Saralyn smiled, a faint shimmer crossing her lips. "She already is, Nathan Cole. You are the one who isn't." Hours later, as dawn rose over the mountains, Nathan stood outside his workshop one last time. The ship waiting nearby glowed with deep blue light, its surface alive with motion, like water over glass. Kira watched him board, silent but respectful. Saralyn offered him a hand. "Your courage has already changed one life," she said. "Let's see what else it can do." As the ship lifted off, Nathan looked down at the town shrinking below. For the first time in years, he felt like he wasn't running from something, but toward it, toward a strange new world. Toward a little alien girl who called him brave, and maybe toward a family he never knew he needed.